Hi, Gary here. You know, about a week ago I was flying out of New York City out of LaGuardia, and I went up to a kiosk in an airline to get my boarding pass. And there was this young Japanese couple there, and you could tell they were very frustrated and they were asking for help, and you know, they weren't really paying much attention to them. Well, I got my boarding pass after a minute or so, and all of a sudden they come up to the agent and say, "Hey, we're going to miss our flight. We've been here half an hour. We've been asking for help. Nobody's helping us." And the agent says, very calmly, "Now, remain very calm, and we will get to you. Nothing will get done if you continue to be excited and trying to badger us to help you out." Well, of course, the gentleman says, "Look, we're going to miss our plane. It's leaving in an hour." And so there's a man there who happens to have his bags that he's working with someone else and says, "You know, if you don't be quiet, I'm going to send your bags to Alaska." And I thought to myself, this is horrible. I would have liked to have that on YouTube with my phone. But this airline's getting no second chance. I mean, this poor couple, they're never going to fly with this particular airline again. It just reminds me when folks are in these very difficult situations how people can be really cruel, just not paying any attention. And I think about this in transitions that people have where their emotions are on edge. You know, marriage, retirement, death of a spouse. So you have these bridezillas, you have the gentleman who retires and within a year dies because he's got nothing to do and nowhere to go. And then death of a spouse. Recently I was at a wake and seeing the gentleman laying there, obviously dead, and looks totally different, kind of very unnerving and hard to look at. It's a real shock. And you can't imagine what it must be like to his spouse. He's here one day and he's gone, and all of these folks show up for the funeral for 3 days, friends and family, everybody's there really trying to help her out, and then they're all gone. And now she's got to deal with who? She's got to deal with all sorts of things. She's got to deal with advisors, to her accountant, her attorney, financial advisor, or other folks to try to get her life in order. Two people are running and now only one person is running. And I saw this thing on the internet the other day where the married 65 years, or going to be almost 66 years, a husband dies at a nursing home with his wife, are both here, and within hours she dies. I mean, you can imagine how difficult it is after 65 years to lose a spouse and try to keep moving on. And so when we're dealing with this, we've got folks who are in these positions that are really heightened emotionally, that really can't find their way very easily. And it's very important to be able to help them get through this. And it kind of makes me think back to a model that we try to use when we're looking for help and we're looking for vendors and others to work with, and it's LRC. The L stands for leadership, and leadership is we're looking for somebody to give us direction. Tell me what I need to do, where I need to go. The second one's relationship. Relationship's all about giving me confidence. I want to build a really good relationship. I want you to know who we are. I want you to be able to know that, so that when you're helping me make decisions, giving me advice, I feel like you're invested in it and I've got a lot of confidence. And finally, C is creativity. Creativity is about giving me new capabilities. You got to have the things that are necessary for me to be able to move along, to be able to do the things I need to do. And so we're always looking for it, and there's just few firms out there that really have that for you. So as folks are going through these really difficult transitions in life, there are no second chances. They go through this once. It needs to be taken care of appropriately, with empathy, with understanding, with thoughtfulness, and with a high level of service. I think it's very, very important to be able to do that. And it's something that, unfortunately we see these bad airport type service situations and so forth out there in the world. Now, we have this service called our Second Opinion service. So if you're in one of these transitions or have some of these situations and you want someone to talk to about that, come on in and sit down with us. We'd love to do that. It's just something that we found really helps folks who are in these difficult circumstances to get another pair of ears listening to them and helping them through all this. So until next time, enjoy.